All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Speak on the Sports, your front row seat to all the NFL drama, where it hits heavy, hits hard, and nothing matters more than winning, and more winning. For the next hour, I'll be here with my co-host, T Know It All. T, what's going on? How you doing?
What's going on, brother?
I can't call it, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you and everything like that.
Same to you, same to you.
Hey, so today Terrence and I are going to be breaking down must-see watch matchups and intel, keys to victory, and definitely injuries with regard to Week 12. And as always, got to have a crystal ball moment, and we got to have T's bombs. T going to be dropping some bombs today as well. So with that being said, we're going to catch up real quick. T, tell me what's been going on in your mind right now, man, with the sports in general. NFL, I don't care, hockey, golf, basketball. What's been on your sports brain
Man, this gambling saga.
Oh yeah, yeah.
NBA, NLB, NFL, college basketball, like
Well, is it something that you think is a little rampant, or is it something that's just, hey, it's an anomaly and the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball are going to get it fixed?
they're never gonna get it fixed.
Oh my goodness! And that means they got.
I believe this. I believe this has been going on for a long time. I mean, you remember the movie with Shaquille O'Neal,
Oh yeah, no doubt, blue chips. I remember that.
Blue Chip. I
Great
mean,
movie.
yeah, that explained everything. I mean, these college athletes have been getting paid forever. NFL players and these NBA players and all of them have been throwing games forever.
Wow. I don't know if this is something that could possibly get fixed without, you can't get rid of Vegas. You're never going to get rid of Vegas. So I don't know why people don't even think about getting rid of Vegas. Don't even think about getting rid of gambling. It's something that's innate in our country, innate in everyone else. And it's a worldwide phenomenon, gambling. So I don't think about
But you brought Vegas into the game. All this online betting and all that.
This is true. Hey, valid point. Valid point. A lot of these places like ESPN, Fox, ABC, they all promote these new apps for gambling. So what are you promoting? You promoting for your next story? Because you know that basically gambling is going to create a story and something's going to happen. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, let's dive into the injuries this week, right? So what injury this week in the NFL is a telling injury, and that's we have to focus on that injury because it could potentially hurt the team.
Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta. Okay, the tight end for the Detroit Lions.
Back surgery, out for the season.
Back surgery out for the season, and that is one of golf's. That is the golf security blanket right there. If you ask me, with regard to Sam Laporta and how he fits in that offense and the way they operate. You could see they sorely missed him last week when they played. I think it was the Eagles they played, right? So
Yes. So, what are your thoughts on all these injuries? I mean, this year alone, we've seen 5 times more injuries than we've ever seen.
Well, hey, T, you don't really want to know my real answer to this, right? Do you want to know my real answer to this?
I do.
Okay, so they need to change the CBA, and I know a lot of people are going to take flack. They're going to, probably bust my chops for this, but these players don't practice enough, in my opinion, in pads like they used to back then. If you go back in the, even the early '90s, late 2000s, injuries weren't that prevalent. I mean, because these guys built up that scar tissue on their bodies, and your bodies was able to handle it. Right now, you got guys coming out of college, not practicing in pads fully, in my opinion, and absorbing those NFL hits. Because let's be real, the NFL is totally different than college when it comes to the physicality. Correct?
Yes.
So when that physicality, you got to build up another layer of scar tissue, in my opinion. And ladies and gentlemen out there, for you, when I say scar tissue, I'm just talking about the hits. You be able to take that hit, build the muscle, your body's acclimated sort of to the pounding that the NFL has creates on the body. So without enough practice, in my opinion, I just think they're going out there too weak And that's not to say these players are weak. I'm just saying that their body is not adjusted well to the speed of the game and the demand, not the speed, the demand of the game, in my opinion.
So, do you think that making the preseason shorter also hurt, and not being in pads all preseason?
Absolutely.
Training camp is shorter. They're not taking the hits in training camp.
Well, a lot of people are going to say that, and not me. They're going to say that, preseason need to be short because they're not playing anybody. Well, you think Shador Sanders could have used a couple of preseason games, a little bit more? You think with the ones? Do you think that maybe Joe Flacco's an anomaly. He can get on a red eye and just come and play for any team. It just seems that the CBA that the players agreed with, it's just cutting out a lot of physicality, but not games, because the games they got an extra game.
And these young guys need this extra practice.
Yes, in my opinion.
Or these guys who are in their fourth and fifth year who are trying to make a team.
Exactly. And look, you might get rid of somebody. And the last thing we'll talk about that, I'll just run off some more injuries. But you're liable to cut somebody and let him go on another team because you're unable to see him or their abilities because, one, the preseason is shorter. You two, you don't see him in practice enough. They're always running in shoulder pads and shorts. And maybe the guy's just physical. Maybe you got a physical guy out there that won't get to show those skills because the CBA is set up the way it is.
Prime example. Shiloh Sanders. Old school minded safety.
Yes.
Who is not playing because he's too physical.
Well, yeah, Shiloh shouldn't throw punches anyway, but I digress. All right, let's move on to this.
Understandable.
We got Michael Penix Jr. is out for the Falcons. He's done for the season. He's on RI with a torn ACL. I want to make sure I got this right, so I got my notes here. Torn ACL. This is on Bet USA +1, and that's a massive blow to Atlanta. But not just that, Drake London's out as well, and now Kirk Cousins is in. How does this injury affect that team? Drake London
it doesn't.
And Michael Penix Jr.
Drake London's injury affects more than Michael Penix does.
Okay. Do explain.
Penix is very mobile, but Kurt is going to stretch the field. Kurt's more of a assassin with the ball, throwing the ball. He's not going to run as much. He's not going to care about the interception. He's going to throw that tight pass.
Well, when he has the time. And Kurt is good on script plays. I don't see a lot of Kirk's plays coming off script. I mean, he can run a little bit. He'll get you 3-4 yards. He's not going to break one like Michael Penix Jr., but I just think that's something that probably needs to get looked at as far as not having a wide receiver out there and with a tight end that their tight end, the Florida product. I haven't seen enough from this kid. What do you think about it?
You need to see more.
Yes.
I don't think he's been used right. I think that he had to get him a bigger role.
Yeah, why not put this guy in the slot sometimes? I mean, put him in the slot. He's not a blocking tight end. Let's get that off the ground. Let's get that off the back right there. So it's a dead giveaway when he's out there. He's not going to block like that. But get him out there. Put him on some end rounds. I don't care. Just get the ball in this kid's hands and showcase his talents. Showcase something. But just letting him run down the field and it just doesn't seem like it's a good fit there. All right. What about C.J. Stroud? C.J. Stroud still in concussion protocol for the Houston Texans. However, Davis Mills. Speak on Davis Mills and the Houston Texans basically shutting down Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. What you got?
Where do you start with Buffalo? The city that never could do it.
4 straight times.
Yeah, I mean, Buffalo has a great team. I think, when they broke up that defense, sending Von Miller away, getting rid of a couple other pieces, DeMar Hamlin wasn't a big influence, but he had some good plays.
Exactly.
Putting him on IR, I just think there's a lot of things that people don't look into, and all these injuries around the league have really hurt.
So talk about C.J. Stroud injury. How's that going to affect the Texans? I mean, if you look at it, and it hasn't that much, because Davis Mills is playing the quarterback position, in my opinion, just a little bit less risky than C.J. Stroud, and it's working. Less risk. He's risk adverse, and he's making the plays that need to be made. He's not the main point. He's letting his defense lead the way, and he's created some wins.
Well, Mills is a vet.
Exactly.
He's bounced around a little bit. He's been around, but he understands. And Mills is what, 6'2", 6'3"?
6'3", I believe. And he's
so Mills isn't 6 foot. He's seeing down the field without having to roll out the pocket.
Yeah, that's and like I said, I don't think he's more talented than C.J. Stroud. I just think that he plays more within the offense and doesn't take those deep risks that C.J. Stroud. He doesn't hold the ball long either. No,
he does. I think Mills has a very high IQ, though. He has a very high football IQ.
Yes, and not that C.J. Stroud doesn't. C.J. Stroud showed us that in his rookie season. So, all right. So moving on to the Buffalo Bills, big losses. Tight end Dalton Kincaid, wide receiver Curtis Samuel, McCole Hardman Jr. all ruled out. They already played, but they were all ruled out in that game. Is Josh Allen under a lot of scrutiny? Does he have to be the guy, or is he just doing it just because of his contract? I mean, you have some weapons out there. You got Keon Coleman, who wasn't in the game due to some in-house issue. Shakir is like the only person he could throw the ball to. What's going on in Buffalo right now with regard to these injuries, especially Dalton Kincaid?
So Buffalo, when were they last an offensive threat? Who's missing? Where are the receivers that they all had?
And that's the issue right there. They didn't do a lot of picking up receivers in the offseason. They got a rookie in Keon Coleman, but apparently there's some immaturity issues that he's having on the team, which is, Dawkins has said it, off the offensive lineman. But it just seems like, do you forego the talent and just play him, even though there's some discipline issues?
Yes, because you got rid of more weapons than you brought in.
Yep, I believe Gabe Davis.
And your defense is lackluster.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That defense, to me, a lot of players are out, but still, it's the NFL. Next man up. Guys got to do their job. So, all right, moving on to New York Giants. Jackson Dart is out. Concussion protocol. I mean, to tell you the truth, this should have happened a long time ago. 4 straight concussions for Jackson Dart, the New York Giants. What's the reason? I mean, he practiced this week. He probably could have played, but they're going to keep him out anyway, and Jameis Winston's going to start.
Jameis Winston should have started the season. He should have been QB1.
Instead of Russell Wilson. Okay.
Yes.
I definitely get that. But they're going up against the Lions today, and I don't think if anybody was healthy, it was going to matter. I think if Jackson Dart was healthy, they would have probably put up a better fight. But, the team is obviously in disarray. Head coach was fired. GM's still there. Interim head coach. Defensive coordinator's not up to par. Shane Bowen is egregiously wasting talent on that offense. Brian Burns is the only great spot in there. Deonte Banks, cornerback out of, I believe he was a Minnesota Gopher. Oh, no, Maryland. Sorry, it's Maryland.
He went to Maryland. He's actually from my hometown. He played with my nephew.
Well, I hope that your nephew better than him, because that man seems like he's not interested in football, period. But
so I'm gonna cut him a break. He just had twins.
All right.
But he does.
What was happening last year though?
He has the same problem that they have in Buffalo, immaturity.
So is that a leader from the coach, or because the GM just draft, he looks at film. I don't know. Well, no, that's not true. Let me back that up because they do have interviews with them in the combine, and they do have one-on-ones. Are they not doing enough digging to find out? And I'm not talking about the Giants. I'm talking about in the NFL period. Is there not enough comprehensive background information dug up on these players to find out those immaturities, or did they just say, "Hey, we can manage it possibly once you get to our building"?
Well, you hope that they grow out of it after year one. That putting them around the vets,
Yeah.
they start to mature and they start doing it. But you're giving some of these guys who come from nothing $17 million a year, and you're telling me don't be immature. I'm gonna be immature with $17 million in my pocket.
So that has to go back to like financial responsibility, and a lot of these kids, if you think about it, don't grow up with financial responsibility.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on to the Eagles. Eagles, key injuries right now. Lane Johnson is headed to IR with a Liz Frank injury. According to Reuters, that could shape up their protection scheme. How is him being out, the right tackle, going to affect Philly's offense, which is basically non-existent right now, but their offense with regard to going to the Cowboys, who got stout in the defensive front with the signing of Quentin Williams from the New York Jets?
So it doesn't, because Lane Johnson was out last year for a while too. But I just think that Philly's offense is just not there. Like there's more internal turmoil than we know about.
Yeah, and if you look at it, this is what I don't understand. I was always brought up, and you can call in, guys, 512-967-3496, join the program. You could add us at Facebook at Speak On It Sports and X at NYG Men for Life, and subscribe to the YouTube channel below. So when you have a team, and I was brought up on the concept, T, of winning is everything, right? No matter how you win, winning is everything. Now, when does that matter? A lot of people say that the Eagles are pushing the button that they won't be able to push when they get to the playoffs with this lackluster bit of offense. Is A.J. Brown correct in saying that, hey, we can't win like this going forward, or is that the recipe to win?
Yes, he is correct.
Okay. Explain what makes him correct in that aspect.
So look at Saquon Barkley's production.
Okay. Damn.
He's not productive. He's not productive as he's been even with the Giants. You have a large workload on him and Justin Hurts running the ball, coming out the backfield, catching passes. I just think that you have too much talent on the outside and at the tight end that your quarterback should be throwing for more than 130 yards a game.
I totally agree. I just look at that Heisman Trophy winner out there on the edge, and he's fast as hell, and there's no reason the ball should be getting to him at all. And I know he sees Goddard. Goddard is basically his blanket, his security blanket. When everything goes wrong, he's running. And Jalen isn't running as much as he did. He's not running, and if he does, it's 3 yards and down. I think they're spoiled with this tush push, or
and that's gone next year.
Yeah, and I do believe that's going to be gone next year as well. So we do see a brain on that. So, all right, with regard to Week 12 matchups and breakdowns and predictions, we have some key game and game previews for Week 12. Each includes injury context, keys to victory, and our predictions. Let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. Injuries, not too many for the – I don't want to get this wrong, so injuries. Christian McCaffrey's healthy. The quarterback, they've been running back and forth. What are the keys to victory for the 49ers versus a tough Carolina team who's definitely could, Carolina win, and they beat some people, man. Carolina beats some people. They can't beat people that are the same on their level, but they can go up and rise above, especially with Rico Dowdle running the ball. Give me your thoughts on the 49ers and the Carolina Panthers.
The 49ers win. The 49ers have one chance to win.
Okay.
Bench Brock Purdy.
Bench Brock Purdy. And put in.
Keep the hot hand. Keep the hot hand.
Well, they won last week. They beat the who did they beat last week? They didn't beat the Giants last week, did they? The Giants lost to the who did the Giants lose? I'm drawing a blank. The Giants lost to the Packers. Sorry. All right. I don't know who they beat last week, but we're gonna look at it and see.
It wasn't a great performance.
It probably wasn't a great performance, but the 49ers to me they are a team. They are complete in a way, and they have interchangeable quarterbacks. I mean, Mac Jones to me, who was the head coach's, he was going to draft Mac Jones. But you're right. Why get rid of the hot hand? It's money. You can't have $100-something million just sitting on the sidelines, and you got a $2.5 million quarterback out there throwing dimes. But win's a win. They beat the Cardinals last week.
But Matt Jones is a starting caliber quarterback.
Yeah, and I think he will get his shot. I think he will get another shot. I don't know if it's going to be with the 49ers. If they pay him good money to be a backup, he knows the system. Kyle Shanahan likes him. I don't know. They might have a little controversy. So on to the Panthers. What do the Panthers need to do to win this game, come out victorious?
Play ball. They are rejuvenated. They are the 5'1" Superman is looking like the Carolina Panthers that Cam had going to the Super Bowl. They are hitting on all cylinders. They are looking good. They are one game out of first place in their division.
That quarterback was benched at one time. They thought they had the wrong quarterback.
A new coach does a lot for you.
Yes, new coach, new perspective, and I think just new renewed confidence with him. He won the Heisman Trophy for a reason. I mean, he's good, right? So, Enrico Dowdle, in my opinion, Cowboys did themselves an injustice letting him go. The way he's running the ball is tremendous, and he takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback. They just need a little bit more offensive firepower out there. I just don't see them. They need to get youthful on that side of the ball as well.
Agreed.
So next game up, the Steelers at Chicago Bears. Chicago they have some type of thing going on where they like to just play in the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. To me, I mean, it's winning football right now, but sort of like the A.J. Brown thing. Is that thing going to last? And with the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers is out, and Mason Rudolph's going to be the starter. What does the Steeler team have to do to beat the Chicago Bears at home without Aaron Rodgers?
So I'm about to say something very controversial.
Okay, that's what we do on Speak On It. Let's go.
The Steelers win if they hit Caleb and keep Caleb in the game.
Okay. Keep him in the game.
Caleb Williams is not keeping the game. Do not hurt him.
So
because if you knock Caleb Williams out and the boy from the backup,
I don't know his name, but
he's out of West Virginia. Not West Virginia University. He's out of Shippensburg or something like that.
Hold on. Let me look at the roster here to help you out here. All right. Quarterback. Let's see on their roster. You have Case Keenum and Caleb Williams. And Tyson Bagent.
Tyson Bagent,
I think you're talking. So.
They just gave him 2 years, $10 million.
Oh, I remember that. He was crying on TV. That was very
yeah. He fits that offense better than Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams has he has an innate ability to scramble around and make plays. I think that's what makes him dynamic in my opinion. I don't think he could run an offense, but he has a great head coach in Ben Johnson there. I think this could change this could alter his way of playing quarterback next year. Not this year, because I don't think he knows Ben Johnson's offense to the T. But next year, I'm looking at him coming back and kind of getting rid of some of that scrambling stuff and learn the offense.
I don't think they take the 5th-year option on him.
Who, Caleb?
Yes, I don't think they picked the 5th-year option up on him.
Oh, he's not due for his 5th-year option just yet.
He'll be in his 3rd year next year.
I thought it was after your 4th year. You got to pick up your 5th-year option. He's got 2 years experience.
Yeah.
They have him for 5 years. If you're a first-round pick, they have him for 5 years. First 4 years, you're locked in, and then they pick up your 5th-year option. Then after that, it's another year. Actually, it's 7 years they could have you in there. Peep this. First 4 years, right? Then they can pick up your 5th-year option. Then they could franchise you the next year, and they could franchise you again, but at a higher rate or 110% of what quarterbacks are making. So they could do that, but that's not good money. It's not.
Yeah, we call that the Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, exactly. That's the Kirk Cousins. All right, 512-967-3496. Call and be a part of the program. What about the Steelers here right now? Mason Rudolph. It's his first start in 2025. First start going up against a pretty good defense, not on the back end, but on the front end and the linebacker spots. I think they're going to put a lot of pressure on them. And I don't.
Yeah, but you're not worried about Mason.
Exactly.
Because Mason's been in Pittsburgh for how long?
He left and came back. So.
Yeah, but nothing changed.
Exactly. Nothing changed. It's still the Mason Rudolph.
And he knows the system.
Warren is a little injured too. Warren's got an ankle injury. I don't know if he's out. That's a running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's their hard-nosed running back. It's tough, man. It's tough for the Steelers. Tough. What's your predictions on this score right here for the Pittsburgh Steelers game?
Oh, this is gonna be low scoring.
Okay.
21-19.
And who you said Pittsburgh? 21-19 Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh.
I got it 24-21 Bears, and I think the Bears kick a field goal to win it. It's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna come down to the fourth quarter again at home, and they're gonna get a field goal to win it. All right, moving on to Detroit Lions at the New York Giants. We know Jackson Dart is not going to be playing. Jameis Winston has the helm. I believe that Jackson Dart is the backup here. No, not the backup. I guess he's in no, he's not going to play if he's in concussion protocol. Russell Wilson's going to be the backup here. Jameis Winston's going to start again. The Giants are at home against the Detroit Lions team who basically got embarrassed by the Eagles on that low-scoring affair. I think they come out today and they try to put a whooping on the Giants, something fierce. What say you about this game and keys to the matchup?
Jameis Winston. I think Winston throws 3 TDs.
5.
Now, hey, look, you got to take the good with the bad. We know he's going to throw some picks.
Yes.
But I'm okay with Jameis throwing picks because Jameis throws picks down the field,
and it's basically
and he's throwing. Yeah, but he's throwing to make a play, not just trying to throw a 50-50 ball. He's throwing a believable pass.
Yes, and I think that's what Giants fans were frustrated with regard to Russell Wilson. Throwing up 50-50 balls, I get it, but not into triple and double coverage. I think, like you said, Jameis, he's going to throw the rock. And it's not like that quarterback has not forgotten how to throw the ball. I mean, he may forget that somebody has the different uniform on. However, he's gonna try to make a play. He's just not going to try to put it all on the wide receivers or the tight ends or his teammates. All right, Detroit Lions.
And he's going to throw a bullet.
Yes. What do you think about the Detroit Lions? How are they going to come back? Is this a Jared Goff 300-yard game? Amon-Ra St. Brown did not play well last week. It just seemed like this whole team, I can't trust the Detroit Lions when it comes to playing the team that they're supposed to be.
Because they're still trying to find their new identity. Yeah, but, Campbell's calling the defensive plays now. You don't have your defense coordinator. You don't have your offensive coordinator.
There's no offensive plays right now, I believe.
So, he's trying to find the new identity.
Well, he's trying to get the ball to his players. I mean, that guy running offense was not getting the ball to Jameson. There's no reason Jameson Williams should not be in the pack with the most touchdown passes in this league. Amon-Ra St. Brown did not get a lot of play. Jahmyr Gibbs, that offensive line, something's not happening. And like I said, I think Sam Laporta, like you said, is the key of everything. They got to be able to find that replacement in that area because Sam opened it up. Once you start hitting the middle, then you got the outside with Jameson Williams, and then you got the other inside with Amon-Ra St. Brown, and then you got the running game with Gibbs, and he can catch the ball at the backfield as well. And don't forget, Montgomery's in there when you got to pound the rock from 5 in to the end zone. I just think in the long run, and I know Detroit fans out there they will disagree with me. Jared Goff is not the guy. I just don't think he's the guy for this team right now. The time.
See, I like Jared.
But is he gonna win when it counts? Is he gonna win when it counts? When they go 14-2 and they're in the NFC Championship game, can they beat the Eagles? Do you have faith in him to beat the Eagles?
Yes.
Oh, hell. I know.
But that defense has to play up the part. I don't think it's the offense. I think it's the defense. Because remember, last year when Washington beat them, we caught them when they weren't healthy.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of people. Their back end is all jacked up. So, but I just look at this offense, and there's no way you should have 7 points in 60 minutes of play. There's no way. This offense.
You're 100% right.
It's just way too talented. All right, so moving on to the Philadelphia Eagles at the Dallas Cowboys. We just talked about the Eagles beating up on the Lions last week. Philadelphia at Dallas Cowboys. All right, injuries right now. Lane Johnson, big injury. He's on injured reserve with a Lisfranc injury, according to Reuters. Cowboys have less reported injuries, maybe some death concerns, but they know they had a player that recently passed away. That's been weighing heavy on a lot of people's hearts in the NFL and on the team. I don't think that'll be a distraction. I think it'll galvanize them. But when it comes to Philly at Dallas Cowboys, I don't think this passing game for the Philadelphia Eagles is going to get on track. I think they're going to do what they do, and they're going to squeak out a win.
I'm about to say something that's going to hurt my heart and yours.
Okay.
Dallas beats Philly.
And a lot of people are thinking that. Why do you have that in your head that the Dallas Cowboys, who haven't beat any real teams this year, look at the. I'm gonna show you. Look at the wins that the Cowboys have this year.
Because that offense is coming. That offense is finally clicking and coming together. They're finally getting George Pickens that should have been showing up in Pittsburgh to show up.
So let's check this out.
Dallas their defense is finally fully healthy.
The Dallas Cowboys beat the New York Giants 40-37 at home. Lost to the Bears at Soldier Field 31-14. Tied the Green Bay Packers at home.
So hold on right there.
Hold on.
So
beat the Jets. Lost to the Panthers. Beat a disabled Washington team. Lost to the Broncos. Lost to the Cardinals. I was at that game. They beat the Raiders. And now they go up against Philly. They got KC next and Detroit. Dallas Cowboys, if they win this game, it'll be miraculous, but they still got a long road to go. I don't think they're going to do it.
They got both of their corners back. And they got their linebacker back, who's been out since week 4.
Okay, so you saying they got the holding guy, what's his name? Diggs back.
Yes, so their defense is back. Their defense is back healthy. They got both starting corners back. They got their safety back. They got their linebacker back.
Okay. But what about where's the quality wins at? Is it going to start today? If it doesn't start today,
yes.
If it doesn't start today, when will it start? Because you got the Chiefs and you got Detroit.
And you know how hard it is for me to say this.
I know.
I believe Dallas overtakes Philly for the division.
Now hold on. There's a guy out there that he says this all the time. Basically, last 24 years, nobody has won the NFC East. consecutively. And Dallas has a chance.
Correct.
But they have to beat this team today. And how do they do it? Tell me how they do it.
Running the ball.
Running the ball?
Running the ball. But
no
so but hold on. You open up with running the ball. Even if you don't go nowhere, you pound the ball.
I know.
Because
you gotta keep the team honest. You gotta keep them honest.
Keep them honest. Because they don't have George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and Ferguson.
So I would double CeeDee Lamb and let Pickens do it on his own. CeeDee Lamb got better hands all around. You don't want to get CeeDee Lamb going.
You're right. But what they've been doing is going to Pickens a lot.
Against lesser opponents. They played the Raiders. That's why he went off. They played the Raiders. All right. I know we're not seeing a brain in this. And that's fine.
It kills me to say Dallas anything.
To talk about that. I know it kills you to talk about that. And it kills me to talk about the Cowboys anyway. But it's all good. All right. Seattle Seahawks at the Tennessee Titans. Injuries, Seahawks linebacker Tyrese Knight. Concussion protocol. Others are limited. Titans have wide receiver Eli Ayomayer. He has a hamstring. And defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons hamstring. We'll see if those guys can play today. I don't think they're out. Don't know if they're out. But what are keys to this game for the Seahawks to win, and the keys for this game for the Titans to win? Start with the Seahawks.
Seahawks. Their defense.
Defense.
Yes, it's all defense. I mean, the offense has to control the ball, no turnovers. He can't throw 5 interceptions and lose by 3 again.
I mean, yeah. So this is another Sam. This is Sam Darnold, and to me, this is the same thing. I can't trust Jared Goff because in the big games, you see what happens. Sam Darnold. Let me get that straight. Sam Darnold is not like Jared Goff. Jared Goff has more success, but I'm talking about within big games. Just recently with Jared Goff. But Sam Darnold, he doesn't have that clutch gene in him to pull that game out. He just folds in those games. And why does he fold when he has a team that has a great defense, you have a great running game, and you have Jackson Smith and Jigba? Come on, man. That dude is going to lead the NFL in receiving and possibly break the single season receiving record. But he can't do it with Sam Darnold playing the way he does in those big games. Basically, what's wrong with Sam Darnold?
He's not a QB1.
He's not a thank you. Okay, thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. He's not a QB1. But can he be a QB1?
No.
And you know what, Terrence, I tend to not disagree with you there because every time I see this guy, even he's 14-2 with the Minnesota Vikings. They had a great squad. Came up short when it mattered. So, what about?
He's your Case Keenum.
Yeah. What about the Titans?
The Titans?
Yes.
I need QB1 to show up to show why he was the number 1 draft pick.
This is crazy. I think the kid's gonna be good. I think Cam is going to be good. But it's just, you're on a team that's crappy for a reason. And they picked you because they were crappy. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
And the expectation is for him to, in my opinion, in his first year, he's not going to pull a CJ Stroud on that team. He's not going to pull out Jackson Dart type stuff where he galvanizes the team. He's just not going to do that because he doesn't have the things around him. Now Calvin Ridley's out. Who's he throwing the ball to?
I just need to see him throw for 200+ yards.
Yes.
That's a win. That's a win to me.
I get it. You want to see him make some progress in the passing. And show that he has commanded his offense. And running offense, I really want to see Cam. I really want to see him have a drive that culminates in points. And it's not because of the defense doing something stupid. giving them those yards. I want to see a methodical drive, and I want to see him go through his first, second reads and make the proper throw. Every throw doesn't need to be fast. I think he needs to do that too. You ever notice that he does not throw with a lot of touch?
Yep.
Everything's a lot of, and plus he got a new head coach as well too. You know, interim head coach, whatever. So it's a mess. Let's just say that it's a mess. All right, so let's go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. This is going to be a good game. And first, let me start off by saying Baker is the dude. Baker's the dude because he has no Mike Evans, no running game right now. His running back is out. His tight end is out, I believe. He's playing on fumes, but he's playing. What say you about the Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Rams today? Blowout?
It comes to an end. It comes to an end.
What's that?
It comes to an end for Baker.
It comes to an end for Baker because that Rams defense ain't no joke.
Yep.
I think the Rams and Matthew Stafford, thank God he's getting his flowers this year because the man can throw the ball. I mean, he can throw the ball. He plays through pain as he's getting older, and he's just, to me, he's the quintessential quarterback in the NFL. He knows how to read defenses, get the ball down to his specialty people out there, wide receivers, tight ends. He's just awesome. I love that dude.
Detroit should have kept him.
I mean, they should have done a lot of things. I'll tell you about Detroit. They should have let Barry Sanders go. They should have let Megatron go. They should have done a lot of things. But the Rams, I think the Rams are well coached. I think they got a great running game, great defense, and they got a guy at the helm that just plays the position with so much confidence. And I do believe in him. So. All right, what about the Indianapolis Colts at the Kansas City Chiefs? Now, this game, I tell you right now, I don't know what's going on with the Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe you can help me out and tell me about it. They got younger wide receivers. They got everybody. Is it defense not getting to the quarterback? Offensive scheme? What is ailing the Kansas City Chiefs in 2025 that didn't in the past years? You said kicker? I thought you said kicker.
Fingers. Those wings are raining their hands down, and they just think that people should just lay down to them. Yeah.
So the fight.
So that
is different. Okay.
The whole we just win the game. We get the calls and all that. It's not happening.
Yeah, this year a lot of that isn't happening for the Kansas City Chiefs. But why is it that people still want to pick them? Why are people still picking them to win the AFC? Why are they still favored? What is the deal? Is it just Patrick Mahomes?
Yep.
So that's previous success that all these pundits are relying on. Which you build up a resume. I understand. But it's always a league where what have you done for me lately? Am I correct? Like, what have you done lately? You're 5-5. You've been losing to teams that you would never lose to previously. And Travis Kelce he's not the Travis Kelce that we're used to seeing.
So let's talk about Travis Kelce.
I was gonna say,
has Travis Kelce ever really been that guy?
I mean, he's amassed a lot of.
Has he ever been the elite? Has he ever been the elite tight end that Gonzalez was, that Gronkowski was? He just catches a few balls. He's not fast. He's not a great blocker.
So let's look. So look. You're right. Something about. I think they just work well. He's a stat guy. He's not a great blocker, in my opinion. You put him out there to catch balls and get first downs. But let's go over their schedule. Okay. First game of the season, they lost 21-27 to the Chargers. They lost 17-20 at Arrowhead to the Philadelphia Eagles. They beat the Giants 22-9 at MetLife Stadium. They beat the Baltimore Ravens 37-20. Lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars 31-28. Beat Detroit. Beat Vegas. Beat Washington, a hampered Washington team. Lost to Buffalo. Lost to Denver. And now they play the Cowboys and then play that hard-nosed Houston defense and so on and so on. Is this team going to make the playoffs? And if they don't make the playoffs, what are the repercussions? I know I asked a lot. I'm sorry about that.
Andy Reid leaves.
Andy Reid leaves. Now, Steve Spagnuolo.
Yes, they make the playoffs. I don't know.
So I don't know if they put Steve Spagnuolo on as head coach. I don't know if he wants to be a head coach right now. Anyway, I mean, he's made his bones.
I think Andy's done.
Yeah, this is the last year I think Andy Reid will be the head coach. But continuity reasons, I don't know who the offensive coordinator is over there. I know Andy Reid does call plays, but there's somebody behind him as well. I don't know who that guy is. But this is a must-win game for KC. If KC loses this game, KC is done. There's no more Mahomes magic. None of this stuff, in my opinion, is going to matter if they don't beat the Indianapolis Colts. So talk about Indianapolis real quick. Indianapolis Colts. Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones. No more Danny Dimes. It's Indiana Jones now because they say he's found the treasure in Indiana. What is Indiana Jones going to do today going up against that Chiefs defense in KC?
4 TDs, 300 passing, 55 rushing.
Okay, the rushing yards, I give him like 25. He'll
No INTs.
No INTs?
No INTs.
Okay, so you just got them. What's the ending score? What's your ending score with regard to the Chiefs and the Colts game?
31-24.
31-24. Indy. All right. I got it. I got that game. I got 24-21. I think Daniel Jones, he feels a little bit of pressure. He's going to get sacked like 4 times today, in my opinion. He's going to get sacked 4 times today. He's going to persevere for a little bit, but he's going to throw a bad interception, and it's going to stop a drive, game-winning drive, in my opinion. And I think they pull it out 24-21, the Chiefs. That's just my thing. It's just like Sam Darnold to me. And I'm not going to say that Daniel Jones is fool's gold, but he is a little gold-plated right now. He's got that Cuban zirconian drip on right now. He looks shiny, but when you bust it open, it's fool's gold, 10 karat.
He said it.
Cuban zirconian.
He said y'all didn't love him in New York, and this is who he really was.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. The owner said as well that they messed Daniel Jones up there. They messed him up, and that's a part of the head coach. And I said this before. I know we're talking about this game, but let me talk about the Giants real quick. Daboll. You look at Daboll's history, right? He had what did he have? He had Josh Allen. He was the quarterbacks coach for, right? And he ran Josh Allen. Right? Josh Allen got some injuries, but he ran Josh Allen. Then he tried to come and do the same thing to Daniel Jones in New York. It worked year 1, couldn't do it year 2. Teams got onto it, and he got hurt, messed up his neck. This year, 2025, got a brand new quarterback in Jackson Dart, running the dog mess out of him, right? Running him. 4 straight concussions. 4 concussions for this kid. And we don't know what his mindset is right now, but that's a Daboll thing, and it's a history that he's had. And I think that's a culmination of why he was fired. The record ultimately got him fired, but putting these quarterbacks and this young kid in a precarious situation where now he has 4 concussions, he's out 2 games, and all that hype that New York had has just fell off. All right, Minnesota at Green Bay. What is going on with the quarterback in Minnesota right now? Former Michigan Wolverine, national champion. What is going on with the quarterback in Minnesota right now? Because I would say the same thing's going on with Jordan Love.
He was never that good.
He was
He was
never
never that good.
So, okay, he's never that good. But what about the people around him? What about the people around him?
I mean, they besides Justin Jefferson, I mean,
You got Jordan
you got a good
Addison.
running back.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I don't think they've changed the offensive system.
Mm-hmm.
You have to build at his strength.
So check this out. So if they're not built to his strengths, maybe they let the people go that have the strength that J.J. McCarthy doesn't have. But since he's a first-round pick, he got to play it. You let Sam Darnold go. I can understand that. But you let Daniel Jones go, too. Daniel Jones could have been running that offense, too. But nope, you went with J.J. McCarthy.
You didn't want to have to pay Daniel Jones.
You didn't have to pay Daniel Jones. He could have took. I mean, you'd have had to pay him. But look what Indy gave him. He's not making a ton of money. And you already got rid of Darnold. You weren't going to pay Darnold 170 or 200 million dollars like Seattle did. Why get rid of Daniel Jones? I don't understand that. I never understand that at all. If Daniel Jones was playing the way, and he said that quarterback room was. I'm embarrassed to say he said it was way. And he didn't say. I'm paraphrasing. He basically said it's different. That quarterback room was different than the one in New York, where I guess everybody was there to help you, and they post. There's a lot of quizzes going on between the quarterbacks, knowing the schemes, knowing what to do. It just felt different, he said, there. And I think that's what hurt New York. That quarterback room was, we don't know what's going on in there, But what about...
Well,
Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
There wasn't a vet in that quarterback room in New York.
Yes. But also the coach. The coach used to be a quarterback, too. And I think he knows nuances of the position that Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka was a quarterback too. I don't understand that. So maybe Daboll held him back. I don't know. But he's doing great in Indiana. We'll see what's going to happen with him. But Jordan Love, Green Bay. What is going on with this squad here? Jordan Love and
Something's off.
Yes, the quarterback. Quarterback is trash.
I don't even think it's a quarterback.
Okay.
I think they tried to dummy this. I think they tried to dummy it down when he got hurt.
Yeah.
But I think they're relying too much on Michael Parsons.
So check this out. Look the way they started out. 27-13 win at Lambeau Field versus Detroit Lions. They beat the Commanders at Lambeau Field. Week 3, they lost to the Cleveland Browns. Week 4, you tied the Dallas Cowboys. Week 5 by week 6, you beat the Cincinnati Bengals. There's a theme coming up here right now. After the game they lost to Cleveland, they just have been going downhill, and they're not beating teams. They beat the Giants. They beat the Cardinals. They beat Pittsburgh. They lost to Carolina. I mean, they lost to Philly. I mean, what is going on with this team? Is Jordan Love the quarterback for this team for the future, or is this just something that they're going to have to figure out? Because he waited 4 years. He's been there 4 years.
I think Jordan.
He waited.
Now, does he fit better somewhere else? Yes.
And that could be a possibility. Maybe somewhere else. But you've been there for 4 years. You know this team. You should know the nuances of this team. There's something going on in there. And now you don't have Josh Jacobs. Who's running the ball? Who's going to be that security blanket? You don't have Tucker. You don't have the tight end either. He's out for the season. Torn ACL. I don't know if it's personnel. I think and I watched Jordan Love's mechanics. He's trying to throw every pass with touch and precision.
Well, you know the problem, right?
What's that?
He looked over his shoulder.
That offensive line isn't helping him.
You got Malik Willis, a young, talented quarterback.
Yes. And that's the thing. Malik Willis came in there and the offense looked alive. It looked a lot different because guess what? They had to plan for his feet. They had to plan for that guy running the ball. So, all right, we got 5 minutes left in our show today. Terrence, you got any truth bombs or T-bombs that you want to talk about real quick? I got 3 of my crystal ball moments that I want to get into. But before we do that, anything else that you want to bring up before we go into our crystal ball moments and your T's truth bomb?
Washington's done for the season. We're going to go ahead and pack it up. We're going to go home. All games are losses for us the rest of the season.
So you're going to put the replacements in? That's the nigga. You're going to get Keanu Reeves on the team? Put some replacements in?
All of them.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Oh, man. All right, so the one thing I'd like to discuss real quick with regard to the CBA. I think I said it already earlier. I don't know when the CBA is going to be renewed again, but the NFL, they're going to want more games. It's going to be an 18-game season versus 17 games, and it's going to go so on and so on. And I need these players to start thinking about revenue versus I don't want to practice. Because guess what? Once you don't practice, you don't get perfect at it. You're never going to get perfect, but your practice keeps you thinking that you're going to get perfect, in my opinion. So the CBA, I'm looking for that. And also the tush push. I think it should be taken out not because they're dominant, because you can't officiate it in a way. 5 times I watched them jump off sides.
That's what they're saying. Yep.
Yeah. They have specialty cameras out there that can see a dime in a blade of grass. But you can't tell me that the right guard jumped off sides early when we see it with our own eyes with the camera. Crazy. There needs to be different officiating with regard to that. So. All right, so some crystal ball moments. You ready? Some crystal ball moments here. All right. Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders going to steal the spot. I'm not going to say they're going to win the game, but he's going to prove that, you know what, a little bit of practice under my belt, I am the Rolex King. I think I could do this. Especially, I didn't realize he didn't even play with the ones. He didn't even get no snaps. Lineman didn't even know his cadence. Terrence, they didn't know his cadence. And they threw him out there anyway.
That was the first time he ever threw a pass to Jerry Jeudy.
That's crazy. I just don't understand it, how they could do that. So I just like his ability to get the ball downfield. I want to see his progression go down there, but I think he's gonna have one of those moments in week 12 where they're gonna be like, okay, we gotta rethink Dylan Gabriel and him, or see a plan going forward and put some packages if we need to put him in the game. Second crystal ball moment. Lions are going to demolish the Giants. I just think it's a get back. I think that Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown, everybody's going to thrive today. Even if Sam Laporta's not there, I see Jared Goff just teeing off on this Giants secondary. And Jamar Gibbs is just going to run all over them. So I think the Lions get back. I think they cover. It's 13.5-point spread. I think they cover the spread on that. And the Giants go down with another embarrassing loss in week 12. Number 3, final one. All right. Despite my comments on Sam Darnold, Seattle's they're gonna have a good game. They're gonna have a good game today. I think that it's going to be a shootout, but Seattle's just going to erupt some offense. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the running game, defensively. I think defensively they're going to have some recoveries today, force some fumbles, and they're just going to obliterate their opponent today. Those are my crystal ball moments. T, what is your takedown and your truth bomb that you got? Anyone? You there? All right, so that's T's truth bomb. We are about to be out right now, And that'll conclude the show today. But I love you guys. I love talking football. Be a part of the program at Speak On It Sports on Facebook. Put this number in your phone, so whenever we go live, you can call in 512-967-3496, and it's scrolling down there on the bottom at Facebook and X. Leave a comment. If you didn't like the show, leave a comment. If you like the show, comment. And if you want to see us again next week, comment some more. But that concludes the program. T Sizzle. Oh, T has entered the studio again. Hold on. T, you there? Try to get his last truth bomb. All right, quickly, what's your truth bomb? What's your truth bomb? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Kevin Stefanski is fired today.
Say that again.
Kevin Stefanski gets fired today.
Kevin Stefanski gets fired. Yo, is that something you want to happen, or is that just something? It's a truth bomb that should happen.
That's what's gonna happen. Shador is going.
All right, T is having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a massive win.
All right. Well, T, appreciate you joining the program as always, brother. I will catch you on the flip side. We'll do this again next week, people. As I was telling everyone, put the number in your phone, 512-967-3496. Reach us at Facebook at Speak On It Sports and X at NYG Men for Life. And subscribe to the YouTube channel because we like talking trash. We just like football. We just like talking. All right, T-Man, love you. Enjoy it. Have a great day. And everybody enjoy football. All right, y'all have a great one. And like I said, don't be a stranger, guys. Do not be a stranger to the program. Holla at your boy. I'm out.